Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back. Well, we're not back. We're starting a new show actually. Mob Psycho Season 2, Episode 1. So, as you may have noticed, I'm starting on Season 2. I have seen Season 1 way before I even started doing reactions. I've seen it, I've rewatched it a couple times since. So hopefully I'll be able to remember enough, you know. I've seen it more than a couple times. I like the show. I've watched other reactors go through the season one as well. So, but yeah. Also, real fast, I am recovering from some allergies. I really hate to start a new show when I sound like this and I might be sniffly and everything. I apologize if I sniffle throughout the video or if I sound a little weird and congested or mouth breathing or whatever. You know, I apologize, but yeah, that's a thing. Unfortunately, I have to record this or else I have to put it off like another week and not release it this week. But just so you guys know, this is a Patreon show. If you don't know what that means, I do a couple shows on my Patreon. This is going to be one of them. I will watch the entire show and release them one episode at a time on my Patreon before it even starts coming out on YouTube. And then, so if you're watching this episode on YouTube right now, that means you can see the entirety of Season 2 on my Patreon right now. The link is in the description below if you want to support the channel and see all of that. So, with that out of the way, Mob Psycho, great show. I'm going to be doing dub for the first time. I typically do subbed for every anime I watch, but I have to admit, I watched a reaction where they did the dub, and I absolutely love Reagan's voice actor in the dub. I think that watching Mob Psycho Season 1 in dub made me laugh way more than watching it in the sub. I think there's something about a comedy anime that sometimes and I know this isn't just a comedy anime. I know it has a lot of serious stuff and everything, but there are a lot of comedy bits and everything, and I actually feel like sometimes they're not conveyed as much to me in sub. I love sub for a lot of like the emotional stuff and everything. I feel a lot more emotion in subs, but there's something about the dub in this that just cracked me up, and I loved it so much that when I thought to myself I'm going to be doing Mob Psycho Season 2, I was like, I think I have to do the dub because I enjoyed it so much, you know. But when I first initially watched the show, I did watch it subbed. So, but yeah, dubbed this time. Obviously, shit, I forgot to say it. My apologies. Also, if you're new to my reactions, the way I do things is I do full length timer based, which means that there isn't going to be any footage on the screen. There's going to be like 10 seconds to help you guys sync up to me and everything. But after that, there's just going to be a timer in that corner, and you guys have to sync up your own footage with me, and you get to watch the full episode with me, rather than having it be like cut up highlights like some reactors do. I do this due to copyright issues. That way, none of my videos are ever taken down. I always, personally, as someone who loves to watch reactions, I always hate when I go to a reactor and like episode like 4, 7, and 9 are taken down, and like 7's my favorite episode and like the best parts in there, and now I don't ever get to see it again unless they find a way to re-upload it, and a lot of channels don't do that, you know. So it's like I do it this way. I know it's a little harder on you guys because you have to sync up with me, but I just wanted to let you guys know before we get started. I usually try to say it right at the very beginning of the video, before I do all my ranting. That way you guys can leave immediately. So I apologize if you got to this point and then you're like, oh, screw that, I'm not going to watch now. So, but anyway, let's get started, shall we? We can talk more in the discussion afterwards about this show. I am excited to get started on a semi-new show. At least it's a new season of something that I haven't watched in a while. All right, so we're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. I'm gonna see if I can get subtitles to work for English. Okay, cool. Okay, never mind. Those subtitles are not working. Jeez. $3 years. Oh, Reagan. Yes, my man. Talking about being short on funds and having a hole in a sock. $30%. Nice. That's right, Reagan can see them now after last season. Ugh. Sure. Uh-oh. Maybe it was that big of a threat. Oh my god. You get hit in the face with a... That must have been a vegetable, right? It almost looked like a fish. I like how it looked like, it's like vines. Or roots. I love that. Oh, it always looks so good. Oh no. No, Mom! Dies in the first episode. Hmm. Oh. Learning how to use his powers in a different way. Whoa! What? Huh. Damn. Oh. He has evolved. Jeez. Just a little seed. I like how he just settles for this stuff. Now I'm not even getting money. Oh. Whoa. Damn. Oh my god. What's with the 2D thing? That's so funny. Oh, is this the opening? What? It's gonna be as wacky as the first one, isn't it? I missed the counting. It's not a bad song, but I love the counting. Yes. The Body Improvement Club. So was this song custom made for this anime? They usually take other songs, but they're talking about like Mob and reaching 100% and everything. That's pretty cool. Definitely miss the old song, but I think that one would grow on me. Oh, interesting. What is she doing there? Okay. Oh my god. Right now. Hmm. Uh-oh. Is Mob gonna be the council leader? Maybe not. Okay, never mind. An election. Okay, so that's what she wants. The transition made me think. Yeah. Be the council president. I love like the over dramaticness of it all. Oh, hardcore training montage. Oh my god. What? How nervous is he gonna be? Wait, is he running again? What? It's weird. That's awkward. How is this gonna go? It's funny seeing the Body Improvement Club in their normal outfits. I think it's the first time I've ever seen that. This definitely changes things. So intense. So awkward. Watch him get like insanely popular. Oh, okay, never mind. Oh. Oh no, another love letter. Oh. What? Whoa. Hey. What is this? What? What? Was that just like a commercial break transition thing, maybe? So did he, what did he say? That was funny. Oh no. Come on, man, be yourself. He's gonna own it, man. It's pretty cool. Oh. Oh, he walked her home. This looks like one of the other places they've exercised a spirit before. Oh my god. He just walked into the wall. I hope she's not, like, messing with him or anything. 1 week later. You know a lot of words, don't you? What? He turned her down. Oh. Well, I'm gonna cross out Mob's girlfriend. Damn. Hmm. Damn. Shit. Well. Poor Mob. He, like, got dumped to someone he wasn't even dating. Hmm. What? Mob, defend this girl. No! You bitch. Is she gonna be a psychic or something? Oh, okay, good. He's so honest. Oh. Those bitches. Those faces. Oh no! No going back. Oh, psychic powers! Is he bringing them all back? Can he restore them? Oh. Oh. Aw. Cool. Or will it? Ooh, a new novel idea. Oh my god. Good to see Dimple again. Alright. Pretty sure this is a preview for the next episode, so I'm going to stop it here. Alright, guys, that's it for episode 1. Just back to typical fun Mob Psycho stuff, you know? Just like the. Because a lot of season 1 was like, you know, the one off stories with like a little bit of progression here and there, you know? And I very much enjoyed this one. Obviously, we didn't continue the whole storyline with like the what was that organization called in season 1? Shit. It was like the Claw or something, right? And everything. Because we had like the father coming into the city and everything towards the end there, and he's like, "I'll be here soon," and everything. So I'm pretty sure we saw him in the opening as well. So I'm sure we're gonna work our way up. Obviously, it's just a first episode. First episode is genuine or typically like just kind of reintroduce you to the world and the characters and give you a little bit. And I really enjoyed this one. I like that they did a good job of just like tricking me. Like I just wrote down like Emmy, Mob's girlfriend, and then she's like, I don't know why you've been walking me home every day when you rejected me, and I was just like, all right, well, I'm gonna cross out girlfriend. um, but yeah, the what's it called? One of the things that I've always appreciated since I never did a reaction to season 1, I've always appreciated like Reagan is definitely like a con man, right? But I like how he puts in the work. Like he's a con man that tries, you know? Like he tries not to unethically con people, if that makes sense. He'll con someone, but then he'll, you know, like that a time where he's like, "Oh, you have a spirit on your shoulder," but then he gives them a massage, you know, rather than like I feel like any other con artist would be like, "Oh, you have a spirit on your shoulder, woo," you know, "Oh, it's gone, now you owe me money." They give you the money and it's over, you know. But no, he'll give you a freaking massage and charge you for essentially a massage. Um, and I like how that's continued here, where we see him come here. He talks to the client. He goes and he analyzes the soil. Like, I mean, I don't know if he did any more than just like feeling it in his hand and knowing, but either way, he seemed confident that he knew that like, oh, the soil and the fertilizer and everything isn't the problem here. And so he did all that work to make sure that like, okay, his vegetables should be able to grow here, which means it probably is something supernatural. And then that's when he brought Mob in. So that was just I really like that they give that detail to Reagan. It makes him, I think I'd like Reagan regardless, even if he was just like a straight up con man. But I think it gives him a little bit more the fact that he really seems to like care and tries, you know. But I always thought that was really cool. Um, so we continued on a little bit with I'm not going to be able to remember her name. I apologize, but the journalist girl, she she seems to be working with the people of the cult that Dimple had going on, and because after Mob liberated all of them, they started trying to worship Mob, and they wanted to try to find Mob and find their like missing leader. And it seems like I remember her mentioning in season 1 that those people were still trying to look for like Mob as their leader, but then it never went anywhere. But apparently she's still trying to like corral those people and create a cult around Mob, but Mob isn't ready yet to lead them. So even though she knows who their leader is that they're searching for, she doesn't want to introduce them until Mob is ready, you know. So she comes up with these dastardly plans to like, oh, I need to get him to try to run for student council president. If he gets that responsibility, maybe he will mature up and have more confidence in everything, and then he just fails miserably at that, you know. But yeah, it was all pretty funny. And then like by doing that, he ends up having a girl say that she likes him, even though it ended up being a bet on her part of like she lost a bet to, and then she had to go do it. So, but I like that they had a little something like those friends do not seem very nice. Like that's I hate bullying in that regard. Like, man, just let people enjoy what they enjoy. It reminds me a lot of when I was in high school, you know, like I never really got bullied. I had a couple kids that like tried, but I never really let it get too far, you know. There was one kid that like to sit there and talk shit every now and then. He sat across from me in one of my art classes, and the teacher was out of the room at one point, and he was like talking shit, and I actually just like stood up and I was like, if you have a problem with me, hit me right here. Take that first shot and see what happens next, you know. And he just didn't say anything and didn't do anything, you know, and he never bothered me again. So just shit like that. But it never really like it never even really got to me, you know. He just like made a couple stupid little jokes here and there, and then I did that and he just stopped, you know. But but the point I'm trying to make is I was always very insecure going through high school about my gaming, you know. I like a hobby, I guess is the word I was looking for, my gaming hobby. I always loved all my life playing video games, you know. It was a big part of, you know, my way of release, you know. I'd come home from school and I'd play video games. That was my way of relaxing and stuff like that. So, and you know, I started getting into around high school is when I started getting into games like World of Warcraft, but getting into those games also, you become a part of that group where, you know, back then all the kids would be like, oh, you know, are you like, they wouldn't say it to me, but you'd hear them, because I never really told people that I played games. I kept it like a secret for the most part, but a lot of the time, except for like my close like friend group, they knew because they played games too, because we all, you know, I migrated to the people that I have common interests in and everything. But you'd hear random people just say like, oh, that nerd game World of Warcraft, you know, and everything. And it was just something where you were made to feel like ashamed for playing games. It must be really nice to be, I mean, obvious. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's going to be hell to go through school no matter what. There's always going to be that thing that people shun, I feel like. I don't really know what it is these days because gaming is actually very popular. Like, hell, I'm pretty sure my nephew, who's in middle school right now, um, he, uh, he plays games with, like, half the kids in his class. And it's funny because it's even like he's in like a Discord server with like almost his entire class. Even like there's even like a bunch of girls in his class and everything that play him too, and they're like that just like blows my mind, because I was lucky to find like one or two kids in my entire high school that I could talk to about video games and everything, and then either the other people that played them were closeted like me and they were like, oh, we're not going to talk about that, so I had no idea, so I didn't know how to you don't know how to connect to someone in that regard. But yeah, it was definitely a different time then. It's definitely a different time now. But it must be pretty cool for like I'm pretty sure gaming is like more popular now and everything. And same with anime. Granted, actually, when I was in high school, I wasn't super into anime. I think it was like after I graduated that I got really into anime, which is kind of crazy that it feels like it's been so long since I've like started anime, but it really wasn't that long ago. I've just watched so many anime that it feels like it's been a long time. Not just on my channel, but if you check out actually in the description, my anime list is there, and you can see all the anime that I've completed and everything. So I've watched quite a bit in the time. But obviously, when I was a lot younger, I watched Naruto and stuff like that when it was on like was on Cartoon Network, or what was the other one? Adult Swim, like those kind of channels. Every now and then you'd be able to catch some of those shows and everything, and I watched a little bit of that, but I don't really count that because I only watched it here and there. And I mean, I guess I watched Pokemon as a kid as well, which is technically an anime. Um, but yeah, I really got into anime where I'd actually sit down and watch like entire seasons of shows rather than just like what's coming on TV. Probably either towards the tail end of high school or like shortly after I graduated is really when I got into it. But either way, I got really sidetracked. My point is what was my point? I guess the whole like bullying thing and not wanting to come out about your hobbies, of like the way she acted when they were like, oh, you write novels, and she's like, not really, it's just something I do for, like on the side, I don't really care about it. Like that's the kind of thing that you say. Like honestly, that was very real to me because as I just explained, that's the kind of thing, like, if someone found out you played video games and you're like, oh, yeah, just a little bit, I play, like, Call of Duty, like, you say, like, the cooler one or whatever, because you want to, like, hide, like, just don't let them find out that you play World of Warcraft, that's what you don't want. But yeah, so I think the show actually did an amazing job portraying what it's like to have a hobby that you're not, like, super keen on telling other people about, and seeing like what happens when they find out and how you treat it and everything. I felt like it was really fitting. But I really love that, after Mob was told that he doesn't have feelings, he sees this happening and he tries to step in, and he's such a kind kid. He's not gonna like talk shit to these girls, he's gonna do the best he can to try to back her up and take her side of things and make her feel better, and to the point where he just starts like, this might be trash to you, but I'm gonna pick it up. It's not trash to me. So that was really cool. Something else that I wrote down was the fact that Mob seems to be able to control things now, which is something that he didn't realize that he could do. I guess it's oh, excuse me. I guess it's a difference, like a molecular level difference. Like, he gave the roots a command to do something, and they did it. Because we've seen him, like, float things with telekinetic powers, right? Or, like, fling people around and everything. Like, you would think he'd just be able to do that, but controlling the roots to do that, But this was something a little different, you know. It's a similar idea, but he gave the roots a command to do something, and it overpowered the commands that the spirit was giving. And now that he's developed the ability to do this, I wonder what that's like. I feel like that's probably going to come into play later on, where maybe he can give a command to something and stuff like that, and we'll see. Maybe he can. I don't know if you could like. Could you set up like delayed traps or something with it or something? I don't know. Like, could you give commands to like a tree that someone's next to, like when they walk past it, like a branch like falls and hits them in the head or something? I don't know. But I'm really interested to see how he uses that control now that he's learned how to do it and everything in the future. But yeah, I really enjoyed the kind of getting back into the show a little bit, you know, with just the fun little stories that we had. And as usual, I just love Reagan so much. But I love the contrast of the character too. Like, that's something that I really enjoyed going through season one, of Mob being this person that doesn't show his emotions very well. He's very like dull and monotone, but then you have Reagan, who's this like over exaggerated personality, and the way they like clash together and everything is a lot of fun. But yeah, I can't wait to see where we go with this season. With the we have a lot of other characters to catch up on. I do really find it interesting that the girl that Mob really likes was there and like saw the way he stood up to that girl. I wonder if that's gonna like shift any kind of opinion on her or anything, you know, because she seemed to like not really care about Mob that much anymore. But then at the end there, you see her like witness Mob defending this girl being bullied, and she was just like, nice one, Mob, you know. Like, I wonder what the significance of showing us, the audience, that is, you know. Like, is that going to come into the future when, you know, that character starts talking to Mob a little more and maybe shows a little more interest in Mob because of that, you know. I don't know. Or it won't amount to anything and it was just a nice little like drop at the end. But yeah, I'm excited to see where we go and everything. I like that Mob showed his powers to Emmy as well. He was like really scared to show her at the beginning, but then later on he was like, he felt okay with it, because I think that's also a really cool thing, is she opened herself up by letting him read her novel and telling him about her novel hobby and everything. And I think that really helped Mob open up about what he can do, you know, and show that like, oh, you know, you have this novel thing, I have this. This is my thing that I, you know, I don't know if it's something that you'd consider a hobby, because it's like kind of like a part of him, you know. But either way, I do really like that little comparison too is really neat, where like Mob was able to open up after she opened up to him. So, but yeah, great episode. Can't wait to see more. I'm really glad I'm watching this, because this has been on my list for such a long time. I've always wanted to watch Mob Psycho season 2, but I've always been like, no, I want to react to it. And then like it's always been one thing after another with my Patreon shows. And I've just like I think I was close to watching this back when I watched Cowboy Bebop. But I think this one kind of took a little bit of, I think Cowboy Bebop took a little bit of a more priority, because it's like one of those older, more classic anime that I really wanted to go through, because everyone talks about it, you know. But anyway, yeah, so excited to go through this. But thank you guys so much. I think that's going to be it from me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. I already talked about my Patreon stuff, so I won't go into that. So yeah, make sure you check out my my channel for other reactions and other stuff that I do. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.